I'm going with text, please. What's happening? This week is full of gossip and no video has been uploaded. Stop crying because yours is coming.
Birthday, but...
What gossip? I don't know. Well, for example, this week was the Cannes Festival and there were a lot of people dressed very badly and a lot of little gossips happened there. People are talking about Jenna Ortega and The Weeknd. Rumors suggest Justin Bieber is broke and Chris Brown was arrested. And also this, which is not a gossip, but a terrible tragedy. They killed this influencer live. Many of your followers are writing to you about this. It's true. Sorry, I have to get to work. So teleportation, you screwed up. Well, teleportation. And yes, Juana Maria, this week that I was lost, a lot of gossip happened and many things that I didn't tell you. Because I was in an existential crisis. What do I know? You know, a week before my birthday, not even a week, weeks before my birthday, I always get upset, you know? I get upset. What do I know? That's the thing. I don't know why. I always suffer too much. On my birthday, I cry. I have a really bad time. And then the day after my birthday, the best day of my life, you know? But up to a month before my birthday and on my birthday, I suffer, I cry, valley depression, you know? I've been feeling lost all week, causing me to miss uploading a video and stay disconnected while dealing with various events. A lot of things that obviously in this video I have to tell you, like the little gossips that the egg told you. Also, before you ask, my birthday is on June 4th. Hey girl, my Latin people. I also had my period these days. That's why, look, she left me again. My skeleton hand left me. She doesn't know that she can't do those things to me. I have Susanna, I do. And having said Susanna, I have abandonment trauma because of my dad and my skeleton hand keeps leaving me. Suddenly it gets lost. I look for it everywhere and then I see it there on the couch in front of me. I'm like, baby, weren't you there? I've been searching for you for a week, but you weren't around. Ah, no, but I did lose my skeleton hand again. And here I brought a ruler as a microphone, and what does this ruler really mean? It's in honor of today being my first day without my period, because I spent a week suffering with it. And well, maybe that's why I was feeling sad. If you also get existential crises before your birthday, please comment. In this video, I won't discuss Pidiri's case as it's currently in court, determining if he will remain in jail for life or be released. And well, a lot of things are happening, many new testimonies of terrible things that man did. But if you want a video about Pidiri, write it in the comments. My next video could be that, or also write me other video ideas. Don't forget to follow me on my other social networks, especially Instagram. I've been absent from Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook lately. I didn't feel like doing anything all week because Maria was going through an existential crisis, but I'm better now. So follow me there so you don't miss the little videos that I'll be uploading there. And before we start with this little video, hello, good girls from good to bad. Let's look at this case. Let's start with Cannes 2025, right? The Cannes Festival, very well known, the Cannes Festival, generally. The celebrities who go there don't always go actors or directors to the red carpet, but sometimes models go too. And that's because brands invite them, because they are brand ambassadors, and well, those brands take them there. But Susanna, a disaster. I wasn't going to talk about that red carpet, but I saw each outfit and I said, look, as a fashion expert, basic girl, I must discuss this because honestly, I have a PhD. My most popular videos criticize red carpets, though I'm not sure why, as I have many videos on the topic. Well, Maria, I don't even know how to dress. Don't believe in my judgment. Please don't be led by me, because look at how Talia dresses. Exactly, the most basic in the neighborhood. But, well, Cannes, according to Google, is a festival known for projecting amazing films from all over the world. Welcoming actors, directors, celebrities, and celebrating cinema. Egg continues with more explanation. The Cannes Film Festival is an A-list film festival held annually in the French city of Cannes. The festival aims to promote the development of the cinematic art in all its forms, and to create and foster a spirit of collaboration among all film-producing countries. And honestly, I don't put much stock in the judgment of people who go to Cannes. That according to knowledgeable people in cinema, the best directors, film producers from all over the year go there. But I don't believe much in that because last year, they were the first ones to see Emilia Perez and they gave her a standing ovation of about 14 minutes. I recall that last year, I also created a video discussing Cannes 2024. And I'm sure I said something like, wow, I really want to see that movie. You know? Because they gave Juana Maria a standing ovation, 14 minutes of applause. Do you know what 14 minutes is? Millionaires clapping? One is from the third world, so I can't clap for a full minute. My hand hurts, Susanna. I don't know what's wrong with me, Susanna. I don't know those people. 1 minute with the hand and the others with the foot. They clapping with the foot because I don't know how I endure. My hand bleeds if I start clapping for 14 minutes straight. Oh no, but yes, those people. They, moreover, even took a prize, like that the best actresses were those of Emilia Perez, who also drinks the prize. It looked like a perfume, Ringo. But well, their red carpet is super spectacular. Sometimes celebrities dress better for the Cannes Festival than for the Oscars, you know? Do you have to dress for Cannes, as if you were also going to the Oscars? Or, you know, super elegant on a godly level? But many girls, guys go quite sexy, you know? Like with a lot of transparency, you know, following fashion, looking for a rich old man. And this year they said they were going to bathe the explicit costumes, you know? Costumes with transparency. Showing a lot of technique. Those things are like they were going to bathe it. Boo, 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 it can't. My little one, Bella Hadid, was like this, you know? I loved it. For me, it was spectacular. When I saw her pictures, also Ruan Abeba, I loved it. I said, look at the new stage of Bella Hadid. What happened? You know, super beautiful. A lot of people also saw that they were criticizing her because they said it was very simple. But other people said that it looked like a last-minute dress. You know Bella Hadid, right? She usually attends the Cannes Film Festival looking sexy. This year, they said they would ban those dresses, according to the team. Look, last second dress, last option, this one, you know? They had to find that dress for her at the last minute. Regardless of the timing, to me, she looked spectacular. Heidi Klum, my little one, giving me 2016. I don't know what year it was that this pattern was in fashion, but you know, I remember I even had a cushion of that style. So you did it like this, and like the sequins on this side were one color and you did like this. And on this other side, it was, why was I caressing my breast? Well, even so, Heidi Klum devoured with this Queen of Canes dress. She's gorgeous. Look, my jaw dropped to my throat. Undoubtedly one of the best dressed. Another one that made me laugh a little because it was a bit small here. I think she's in Dubai, Bling, something like that. Talia, she consumes trash television and, well, yes, not her, poor thing. From the person who sat behind her. To watch Jennifer Lawrence movies, precious. Many people were linking her with Robert Pattinson because Robert Pattinson... But it's because they have a movie together. I don't know if it's going to be released this May 17th. But, well, yes, they have a movie together. And, well, yes, well-dressed, I don't know what. Robert Pattinson, people have a partner, have a baby, so please relax. Robert Pattinson's ex, Kristen Stewart, who we love here, cheated on him. What's going on, my little one? What is this? What is this? There's a very strong trend now, which is to wear heels with socks. Honestly, heels with socks, you know? I really dislike that trend, but I must say, Thalia is not a fashion connoisseur. I'm Susanna, just a simple little girl who only owns a pair of heels, so I can't be too demanding. But that's a new thing I'm seeing very often. You know what's like me? I feel it's to take away a bit of the formality from the heels, but I don't like it. You know, I feel it's a trend. That in the future, one will see that, and we're going to say, how did we wear that? You know how we do today with clothes from 2015. This fashion will face the same fate, I assure you. Also, I wasn't into those shorts anyway. You don't have to wear shorts with a jacket over it anywhere on top of that with a separate cap. Sweetie, no, sweetie, no.
No, that's a waste of time. Quilt. I always, in all the videos that I criticize the red carpet, someone goes with that quilt texture. My little Belinda devoured it, swept away, and went to get her millionaire. She was precious. One of the best dressed. I think she was like an ambassador. She was from L'Oreal, well, but she was an ambassador for someone there. She was quite pretty. She made me laugh a lot. An interview they wanted to do in English, besides asking her the question that... I'm sorry for saying so much, that every time I say that, take a shot. People end up drunk. Ah, right? But they were interviewing her. Well, they tried to interview her.
But
if she didn't understand, and the man in front of her, you know, maybe she didn't understand him well either. He had her by the hand like this, Juana Maria, like this, you know, like that he didn't want her to talk. He didn't want my little Belinda to socialize there. I don't know what happened. Baby, let go the baby, let her breathe. Don't you see that my little girl is talking to someone? Belinda was there almost in a marathon. My little girl was in a tremendous crash. And you have her like this in her.
And besides that, speaking in English, running, speaking in English, baby, those two things together can't go. Even I forget English. If they have me like this, look, let the girl go. I also saw a TikTok video claiming they want to cancel her for allegedly snubbing a very famous makeup artist. Now, I forget the name, and I'm sorry. Baby, I always forget the name of someone. People are like, how can you forget the name of this person? To you that nobody knows you. Baby, I have a bad memory. What can I tell you about me? Sometimes you ask me, how old are you? And I'm going to tell you 20, when in truth I'm 22. Why? Because I forget heart. I'm a person like that who forgets things. But, well, yes, he touched her to take a picture together there in Cannes, and she was like, I think she didn't hear him, you know? Because according to me, she didn't hear him, because if not, she really snubbed him. Do you know that I took a picture and he posed and she pretended to go away? You know, she didn't pose at all. They didn't take any picture. And, well, yes, people were generally criticizing her. My little Natalie Portman, she was beautiful. She was spectacular. That second short dress was also spectacular, really. She devoured. She didn't leave even the crumbs. My friend here was cold. I don't understand. Over there, people usually go quite uncovered. And she with her huge coat. Yellow or green? I don't know. I don't remember well. But yes, Irina, boss, Irina was beautiful. Irina left me speechless, right? That dress and your facial expression make you look like a villainess. Oh yeah, baby. If you have trypophobia, skip this part about the second dress, babe. This dress is not suitable for people with trypophobia due to its design. I remember that before, when it started. I'm not saying that trypophobia is a trend, but before there was a lot of talk about trypophobia. In 2016, trypophobia was a widely discussed topic. I had a friend who claimed to have trypophobia and frequently mentioned it to me. So once we were watching something and an image came up that if someone with trypophobia sees it, Susanna faints, and she saw it normally. And it wasn't until I told her, hey, didn't you say you had trypophobia? That she reacted when I said, hey, didn't you say you had trypophobia? And she started to have an attack. And it's like, babe, did you forget your own phobia? You messed up. She's a leopard. Give me leopard. She really, was she one of the ones who devoured the most? Besides that breast bites, babe. That breast bites there with the leopard, like anyone wants to overstep. And her? Many other famous people like Juana Maria also fully embraced the carpet super, leaving nothing behind. Not even the crumbs. But well, this video is not exclusively just about this carpet. So yes, let's move on to the next gossip. And speaking of all this, of the Weeknd's movies, one of his dreams is, well, to make movies. Also, you know how to act, produce, direct movies. Last year, I think it was the year before, he directed a series with Lily Rose, which was terrible. It was full of criticism. Imagine it was going to have a second season and they had to cut it, you know, because people were hating it too much. I think I criticized it on Facebook. I think so. But yes, the series was pretty terrible. But, well, he doesn't give up, and he made a movie based, I think, on his life, something like that. He was a producer because he wasn't the director, but he was a producer, and besides that, he acted in the movie alongside Jenna Ortega. And he threw a party before the movie's release. And Susanna. At that party, Jenna Ortega and The Weeknd were seen very close together, and everyone was shipping them. Everyone. What? Jenna Ortega and The Weeknd, you know? What? And Jenna Ortega living her baby moment, you know? Dancing like a baby among meters above the sky, like everything I feel. But, you know, like that very Rosa Guadalupe when people start to dance, and they dance like that with that little dance, you know, like that. Jenna Ortega, I always see her like, you know, very Merlin. I don't really know. Like, she's my serious little dark girl. And suddenly seeing her dancing at a party with The Weeknd by her side, or singing just like with The Weeknd and having fun at a party. As a normal person, it seems odd to me. Like when you get used to seeing your teacher giving classes and suddenly you see her at the mall and you like a baby, what are you doing here? Do you have a life outside of school? That's exactly what happens to me every time I see Jenna Ortega being a normal human being. I don't know, I'm not used to it, but yes, people are like that. Many people claim that The Weeknd's girlfriend is jealous of Jenna Ortega because The Weeknd's girlfriend wouldn't let him go. She was just like that guy with Belinda, he wouldn't let her go. That's how the girlfriend was, just like that, almost. The Weeknd struggled to sing as his girlfriend held onto him tightly, seemingly threatening him and refusing to let go. That man is mine, Jenna. That man is mine. You are mine. Mine and of no one else. Another topic, Chris Brown was arrested in the United Kingdom for, what was it? For attacking a music producer at a party, something like that. I believe he had an altercation with that man in 2023 where he threw a bottle at him or something similar. Is that correct? And now what happened is that he, according to him, organized, well, everything was premeditated, that they attacked him in a group. For 30 minutes, they were with that music producer. And yes, he asked for bail, you know, like what, to pay $50,000 to be released and at least be able to go through the trial outside. But no, he is now in jail. They didn't give Susanna the right to bail, and this man has serious aggression issues. In 2008, the incident with Rihanna happened. In 2013, he assaulted a man who asked him for a photo. In 2018, he assaulted a photographer who was also taking pictures of him. In 2019, he had a serious altercation with a woman in Paris, and it happened again in 2025 with this producer. This man is always in trouble. He's in trouble. I don't know what
is wrong with him.
Another one who's always in controversy is Justin Bieber. You know, always in my weekly gossip videos, I have to talk about Justin Bieber because my little one is always up to something. Now, according to TMZ, which I tell you, TMZ, you can't trust much because those people are gossipy, you know? Those people don't always tell the truth. But, well, they are saying that Justin is bankrupt or was bankrupt for a few years, that he almost had to lose everything, you know? I think it was like in 2022. And that's why he sold all his music for $200 million. I think it was one of the biggest sales as he sold it at just 28 years old. So he was one of the young singers to sell all his discography like that. He sold his discography at the age of 28 for $200 million, which was a significant sum, despite having many years left to sell it. Even today, he allegedly still owes around $24 million to Scooter Braun, who lent him the money. And well, Justin, up to now, still owes him $8 million. And Justin, he kind of plays dumb, you know? Like, he doesn't remember anymore. I don't remember. Oh, no. And a pretty intense case was that of Valeria Marquez, who is this influencer who was exposed on live, you know? Her abduction was witnessed, a heinous crime that ripped her away from her life. Very intense. And many of you through my direct messages on Instagram were asking me to make a video specifically about that. I tell you, I don't like making such serious videos because I am always that in my videos. About Belle being unfaithful, down with men, up with the ladies, you know? That's how I always am in my videos. So talking about these serious topics, I feel that when I talk about serious topics, it takes away. People never see it. Seriously, simply because of how my videos are and how they see me, you know? And I don't know, I get very tense. Imagine, I didn't watch that whole live. I didn't see when they tore her apart, you know? I never wanted to get to that point of the live. Because I do take those things personal. Well, I don't know, let's say personal, but I do spend a week thinking about it. That's why I don't like to watch crime movies based on real events. Nothing based on real events. I like to watch, because I do dwell on that, thinking about the person, thinking about their relatives. So I think about everything. And I can't live in peace, you know, I'm living my normal life. And suddenly I remember that person and I say, oh no, poor thing and all, you know, and I start to overthink about that person's life and above all what that person must have thought at that moment. So that's why, you know, I don't like to get too involved in that. Eva de Metal made a really good video about it. I recommend you watch it. But anyway, in conclusion, she is a Mexican influencer who, besides that, she also has her businesses and her things, a quite successful woman. From what I saw, she was involved with a man who was, well, not on a very good path. She separated from him and they had been threatening for a while that they were going to take her life, and she was very scared. Conversations emerged where she told friends she feared for her life. Her friends reportedly reassured her, saying that wouldn't happen to her. And well, what does it matter on the day of the live? What is intuition? She looked pretty nervous that day. In that same live, she appears to be with her employee or friend. Is he telling her that the man came to deliver a gift, which supposedly is a very expensive gift? But he left because she wasn't there, and that man was going to come back because he wanted to give it to her in person. Instead of being happy or wondering who wanted to give her a gift, she reacted differently. Instead of getting excited, she got worried, which is instinct. And the first thing that came to her mind was to say like, oh, let's see if he loves me. And yes, that's what was going to happen. And she wanted to leave all the time. She wanted to leave. But she had a friend who was constantly writing to her friend, don't leave, friend, wait, you know? The friend initially told her to wait and not leave. Then she mentioned sending a gift and asked her to stay.
I think I'm going to leave. Because I've already sunk.
Vivian says wait for me because she wants to see my face.
Hurry up, dumbass, I have to go.
The friend then sent her a Starbucks gift. While not explicitly an accomplice, it seems she may have been involved. Because the friend kept insisting that she stay and not leave. It was as if she was buying time for that man to arrive and take her life. Moreover, even on the friend's own profile in a TikTok video, she herself said that they had been fighting to the death. For about a year, then, according to Valeria's friend, they reconciled unexpectedly. Coincidentally, months later, she took Valeria's life away. All of that did happen. It doesn't matter that the other friend was there too. When they took the life of one of her best friends, rather than expressing surprise, screaming, contacting the police, fleeing the scene, or seeking assistance, she immediately turned off the live stream, not wanting to hide. And with a super calm face, didn't she look surprised, terrified? I mean, they just took the life of someone in your environment. Sometimes it doesn't even have to be someone in your environment. Even if it's a random person and you're on the street and they do it, what do? You start screaming, you have a panic attack. I mean, you don't think about turning off a live, and the first thing that person did was turn off the live with the most serious face in the world, as if nothing was happening, you know? Then she kept her friend's phone. So I'm telling you, I'm not blaming anyone. I'm not saying that the friends were involved in that. But that's what it looks like, honestly. That's what it looks like. And it's what everyone thinks. Yes, Susanna, please take good care of yourselves and your surroundings. Be alert, trust your intuition. Valeria seemed anxious and eager to leave during that live stream, as if she sensed something ominous was about to occur. And look what happened in the end. So yes, take good care of yourselves. I send you a little kiss on the Anastasio. I love you very much. If you've made it to this point in the video, comment a little black heart so I know you've made it to this point in the video. Reading your comment and saying I to the truth is me. Today I will be very attentive to your comments, giving them little hearts, responding to your comments. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram over there. Well, now I'm going to be more active. I love you all very much over there too. I will let you know everything, like when I'm going to upload a video and stuff like that. I love you all very much with all my heart. Also, thanks to everyone who shares my videos in their Instagram stories. Tag me if you do so I can see it. I adore you. Kisses to Anastasio. Thank you for supporting me. I love you with all my heart. I love you.